Wrong screen. Hey, guys, good morning. I just realized we already got 77 people in here, 80 people in here. That's huge. Are we usually at that number? I usually don't even look at the chart or the concurrent viewers, but I was just on the screen, so let's hope for the best. Ooh, a little bit of stretches. Yeah, if anybody knows, I've been looking for this all over. Can you exercise warrants during extended hours? I have no idea. I was looking all over Google. I have yet to find a concrete answer, but I would like to know. I would argue no, based on how AVCT and other tickers are trading, but I'm just not totally sure. I couldn't answer that 100%. I would lean towards no, but I could be totally wrong. Yeah, I also don't think so. It wouldn't really make sense. But I don't know. Yeah, you can purchase warrants after hours. Okay. At least on Fidelity. You know what? I might as well just try it. I'm going to try to purchase some warrants and then see if I can sell them. But not today. Keep that on our to-do list. AVCT pulling back right now. I'll just kind of pull it up here. You know, you guys are going to laugh so hard when you see this. There's like a perfect U right here. And I literally stopped trading AVCT on the last candle on the way up. This is like so typical of dip trading sometimes. I walked away with a little bit of profit. I was up like $80 profit, and then on the last dip right here, I bought too soon, and then I kind of closed out right away, and I gave back half of my profit, so basically all these trades. So it was really, really annoying, and then I felt like when AVCT was moving back up again, I was just FOMOing, and I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to trade it. Look at this AVCT just dipping so hard. Could be a good entry right here, but I don't know. I just don't know. Augustine, that's funny. I hope you like the timestamps. I always try to squeeze them in there for you guys and for myself. I'm always watching the timestamps. All right, let's talk about AVCT right after we do a little bit of housekeeping, guys. First of all, good morning. Welcome back to the live stream. We're first review the watch list, then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's feeling good, ready to go. Got their water, got their limit orders ready to go. Always make sure you switch this from good till cancel extended hours to day, or else you're going to have issues with your stops. Sometimes I forget, and it's an absolute nightmare. Whew, today's Thursday already. Absolutely insane. It's the 6th of August, and it's 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got another 13 minutes here before the market opens at 9:30, and then we'll wrap up trading usually by 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Quick reminder for all that's new, this is for education, entertainment purposes only. My trades are quick, not meant to be followed. Always know yourself while you are entering and exiting a stock, especially your stops. Yeah, guys, this is a community, a place for learning. Please do not spam. We're here to help each other. Or if you do spam, we'll put you in timeout a little bit. Check the video description below, a bunch of FAQs down there. And let's dive into it. Okay, back to AVCT. So 4 million float. Pre-market, it was gapping up about 100% when I checked it this morning, around 7 a.m. Now it's up 155% pre-market. It's a U.S. shell company, so that kind of means they own other companies, kind of like Alphabet is a shell company that owns Google. Announces that they are buying Ribbons Candy Communications business. Okay, interesting. That's clearly enough to get the stock moving. What I really don't like about AVCT, and at first I was like, man, I like everything about AVCT. I don't totally get their catalyst. Obviously, you have to really dig into both companies to understand a little bit more. It's not like a clear FDA approval or something like that. But then I looked at their daily chart and I was like, oh my Lord, baby Jesus. This is looking a little rough here. We hit a high of 14 now, pre-market. So these are all-time highs, I believe. Actually, let me go to the weekly chart. Let's see what we got on the weekly. Okay, never mind, fake news. So actually we've had ridiculous highs here, and probably because there's some dilution going on or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was at $98. It's believable. Anyway, we are now kind of at all-time highs again in terms of, you know, recent runs. There's definitely some bigger resistance. I would probably argue around 16, here at 18. Kind of looks like this 21, 20 zone kind of as well. I'm not even sure if we're going to go this high, but let's just kind of keep those 3 zones in mind for now. So that's, you know, way up here. So the next one would really be the $16 zone. Looks like VWAP is maybe finding some support. ADTX, let's quickly go back to this one. Oh yeah, okay, 7, back to 7. Bigger volume popping up on this one. I actually like ADTX more, although they sold off so much pre-market. And guys, if you saw the link I posted here in the chat room, you just gotta watch out. AVCT has a huge amount of warrants that are exercisable at 11.5. So I think out of the gates, this one might spike higher or something like that. I don't know, but just be careful. This one has a huge likelihood that it's going to sell off the rest of the day. It's had a lot of failed spikes. I honestly don't even know if I'm going to be trading AVCT anymore. I really, really don't. So just, you know, word of caution, just be careful with this one for sure, without even a question. It's already dumping. So let's go here to ADTX. This is our second lead gapper on the day. 2.5 million float, very nice, actually nicer than AVCT. Had a high here at 10.4 pre-market, which was a pretty serious move. We're talking about like 150% or so pre-market run. Gave back quite a bit. Now it's at 66%, so it's selling off a lot. That's what I don't like about it. Was at a low of 40% from pre-market highs. It's not very nice. It's clearly trending lower and can't get back above 7 at the moment, although we just had a flush of volume coming in. Might be because this news article just came out, so let's quickly see if there's anything new here. Releases coronavirus antibody test. Yeah, and their other news is coronavirus Stanford Blood Center. They have a completion of validation studies. I'm not totally sure what that means, but it doesn't sound too bad. It's enough to drive this company up a lot, but it's not enough to hold the highs, even though those are usually uncorrelated. So it looks like maybe there's something else going on that we don't know. We had a little spike higher here. ADT looks like an IPO'd on the 30th. On June. I don't know why it says they were halted here on the 23rd. I'm not totally sure about that. So they have their IPO on the 30th, but it looks like they were halted here. Maybe this is some sort of something different. Some nice collaborations. I mean, this company has just generally pretty good sounding news. So this could be the exponential run for ADTX. This could be the start of it. I really like that we broke past former highs. I mean, this is all-time high territory for ADTX. So would love to see this thing break back above 7. I think out of the gates, I'm going to probably trade ADTX. I really don't know if I'm going to be even looking at AVCT. Although I got to say, AVCT has yet to sell off over 30% from its pre-market highs. That's actually a very bullish thing that even ADTX hasn't done. So it's a bit weird, you know, trying to figure out which one you want to trade. Obviously, we'll be open-minded, you know, possibly trade both. But I don't know. I'm actually going to put ADTX on my second screen here so I can watch it a little bit closer. Gotcha, Neil. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Steven says he's done with AVCT. Yeah, man, I totally feel you on that. I think I'm totally on the same page with you on there. WTRH, profitable earnings. Nice, thanks for the share. Arturo, nice, cool name. So one more thing, maybe worth reviewing. I probably won't be trading this one sub dollar, but I know some of you guys love these sub dollar ones, so we could maybe talk about it quickly here. Is THYT, not a lot of dollar volume yet on the day, but 22 million float. Chinese drug manufacturing company, another red flag for me. Just these Chinese companies have been very hard for me to trade. Acquires 73% stake in another pharmaceutical company. Again, that's a tough catalyst to read. Is sub dollar, has a really rough long-term chart. I probably won't be trading this one, but I know some of you guys like these sub dollars a bit more than me. I find them a little bit tricky to trade, and they oftentimes don't have enough volume to properly enter and exit when you want. So, you know, as we grow our account bigger and we start using bigger position size, I want to have those liquid stocks. I don't want to have a stock where I can't even enter with, you know, $5,000, $10,000 whenever I want. So it's a big reason I don't trade those. Oh. All right, guys, we've got another 4 minutes here till the market opens. AVCT, Fat Daddy bounce here off a major multi-month support and resistance zone. So I would say that's always a nice thing to see. I like to see those hold strong. 7% move so far. And then ADTX. We'll talk about some entries here in a second. I'm going to quickly run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Two minutes. Got 180 viewers now, guys. Huge. Awesome, the community is exploding so much. Does that mean we could already get to 100 likes before the market even opens? Or is that too much to ask? All right, guys. So what I'm looking at right now, AVCT, I really don't know if I'm going to be trading this one. So I'm already going to be looking mostly at ADTX. And what I want to see with ADTX is some sort of maybe red to green move, maybe some sort of quick move out of the gates. So I'm already thinking, you know, what could that be? So we know $7 is huge multi-month support and resistance. That was the high. We also know half-dollar zones are oftentimes very well respected. We know that 5 and 5.5 are very well respected. So maybe 6.5 is going to be one of those key areas. But honestly, we're already on 6.5. So I would have wanted us to see this a little bit higher. Maybe we're going to break 6.5. Pull down here a little bit, get into the 6 territory, and then maybe have a reversal. I don't know. That could be an option. If that happened, I would probably go in with around $6. If it doesn't happen, I'm not sure. I'll probably just let it slide. No rush today. No rush at all. Let's just kind of see what happens here. Got another 50 seconds till the market opens. No major plans at the moment. So let's just see what happens here. $30 seconds now. Whack it. APOG. A little tight on time right now, but we'll check out a lot of these tickers in a little bit. Yeah, Abdul, you're definitely right on that. All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. 12 more seconds. Calm and collected, guys. ADT sold off a bit. ADTX, interesting, struggling here. AVCT also has a huge struggle. Be careful with this one, like we've been talking about. Look at that sell-off. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if this got halted. We knew this was going to happen, guys, with AVCT. We knew this was going to happen. Looks like it's halted. Could be halted. Actually, I don't know. Watching ADTX on my second screen. 14% dip, absolutely terrifying. Entry here. On ADTX. Let's see what move we can get out of this one. Small fill. Looking to maybe join. I'm going to take some profits here if I can. We're out of this trade. Maybe we'll get a second trade on it. Used very small position size on that first dip. I'm looking for this to rip past the 9-minute EMA. Not sure if it's going to happen here. That was the bounce was a little bit weaker than I usually hope for. Yeah, this could be it though. Here we go. 35. Looks like I exited that trade around around 24, so about 20 cents a share. Wow, what did I click on? I just clicked on a bunch of nonsense. Here we go, ADTX. This could be the break, but this could be a red to green move. I'm not going to jump on it here. It looks a little bit weak. Use small position size on that first trade. Wish I went a little bit more aggressive, but I didn't get my second share filled, so that is what it is. Could be a break here of 5. I mean, could be a break of 6 here. We know that 5.5 is big support. I'd be looking for a dip closer to 5.5, maybe in the 6s or something. Only pulled off to about 71. Could have been a good entry. Looking pretty strong. It might reverse right now. 84, 89. Yeah, here we go. 92. Yeah, pretty strong. Again, I wanted to get aggressive on this one. I was hoping something closer to like the 60s. I didn't think it would already reverse in the 70s, to be honest. AVCT got halted. It's going to resume at 35 and 30 seconds, so let's keep an eye out for that one. ADTX trying to break the 9-minute EMA. This could be the red to green reversal. I don't think I'm going to trade it though. Nice, 40 cents a share from the low. Congrats to anyone that got that. I chickened out on it. I was looking for a bigger pullback. This could be the break here of 9-minute EMA. BIOC is popping up on our scanners. Might be something worth looking at. ADTX has had a total low of 45% from the pre-market highs. I'm going to love to see how AVCT opens up here. This is going to get really interesting. ADTX, guys, breaking the 9-minute EMA. This could be the run. Going back to 7, 659, 660. AVCT opening up here. Let's see what happens. Boom! Instant crack to $10. Woo, that was quick. Was not surprised. I think everyone who owned a warrant on AVCT had their finger on the sell button ready to go. ADTX, guys, looks like it might get halted here. Up 16% already. Oh! ADTX was halted. Congrats to anyone that wrote that. Sweet. Corey looks like he's into it. Nice. Congrats, guys. I missed it. I was a little bit too conservative. I got the first entry, but small size. And then I was waiting for the second entry. We went down to 72. I was looking for like 63 or so. And then it ran up 17%. Looks like too many people had the same idea. I gotta see this, Michael. Back to no. Oh God, it's messing. It's playing with you. Remember, swing trades have to be calm and collected. Congrats to everyone in ADTX. That was a sweet one. Be careful with AVCT. I still think this one's really shady. Major, when the stock gets unhalted, which should happen at 9:41 on ADTX. That's going to be a fun one to watch. I'm still not really interested in trading AVCT. This one could be some good dip buys at some points. We know we have some bigger support around 950 or so. So, you know, it could be an interesting zone to maybe look for a dip buy on it. But I don't know. ADAL Pharma. Shares halted on circuit breaker following news of third-party sales distribution deal with Brick for rapid test result coronavirus antibody test. That does not sound too bad. AVCT, ADTX, all these are elite gappers. Mara is kind of back into play. I'm really impressed with Mara, the way it's been moving. BIOC, something maybe worth looking at as this thing kind of gains momentum here. There's a lot of volume behind BIOC, so let's keep an eye on this one. AVCT or ADTX about to open up here, guys. Let's see what happens. Tries to pop above 7. We know 7 has been a hard zone for ADTX to break through. 718, 720. Can we see it? $780 finding some support. Might keep moving higher here. Look at that, 727. It's a bit of a shaky ticker though. Wasn't able to break through that last one, 727. I think a lot of people are taking profits in this area. A lot of people that were getting stuck in this one. Alert just went off. AVCT. BIOC has a pretty big it's up about 30% now. AVCT, US diagnostic research company, 122 million float. ADTX. Not sure why it's up. New player in coronavirus testing. That's pretty good sounding stuff. Just a huge I would probably think about buying ADTX around 6. Similar setup as before. $9:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. BIOC looks like an interesting contender. I don't really see this one flushing unnecessarily down. It's had a pretty decent move. Big resistance at 125. Decent dollar volume for the fact that it just kind of started playing here. I'd probably scoop some of this up if we dip right below VWAP, and then I wouldn't buy it right now, but I think at like around 1.1, I would probably consider trading this one. ADTX looks interesting, but it's also kind of struggling. So let's kind of give this one a bit longer. Nice, Eugene. Congrats. Appreciate the donation, man. Happy that worked out for you. That was a pretty sweet trade. I'm kind of kicking myself I didn't get it, but I'm happy a lot of you guys got it. That's awesome. Watching ADTX. Right here in the messages. Yeah, good call on that. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Thanks, Callie. All right, BIOC might have that little pullback. 1.1 could be an interesting zone for an entry. This one has that really spotty order book, which you guys know I really don't like, but let's see how this one kind of performs here. ADTX building up a little bit of momentum, but a lot of sell volume on this one. This one had a lot of sell volume pre-market as well. I was actually surprised it got halted. I was not expecting ADTX to get halted at all. ADTX trying to run again. This could have just been a bit of a pullback here. It's a really interesting move. I don't see myself buying it at the moment. AVCT is at the bottom. I'll put alert here if we start breaking below. AVCT is at the bottom. Yeah, so we were talking about AVCT, about this 9.5 zone, possible entry for it. Could see some nice dips in this area. We also, this could be a bit of a double bottom area, so could be a possible trade. I would be very quick with AVCT, but yeah, good call on this. Definitely double bottom zone, 9.4 area. Could easily crack it though. Nothing is guaranteed. I got alert on BIOC, see if we break a little bit lower, but right now it's kind of pulling back up. AVCT, I'm also looking at maybe around 9.4, and then ADTX, I don't know, maybe around 6, but at the moment, no, not doing anything. $9.49. Woo! What an open! That was quite an eventful open. Not like the most beautiful open, but it was still pretty intense to watch. CBL, guys, creeping up here, 45% up already with a dollar volume of 7.8 million. So that's not too shabby. AVCT has just such a massive spread on the order book. It's insane. Oh, ADTX could break VWAP here. Maybe everyone's ready for another halt. Who knows? ADTX just broke 714 now. Very ambitious. Very ambitious. 739, new high of day, if we don't count pre-market. ADTX just got halted again, it looks like. Unless this is a fake halt. Ah, it's still going. It's not halted yet. Now it's halted. Wow. Woohoo! Morning, Ryan. 3:50 a.m. Whew, that is early. Corey's definitely in on this one. I mean, ADTX is definitely one of the nicer lead gappers in terms of, you know, it's at least trending in the right direction for the gap and go strategy, while a lot of the other ones are not. Getting caught in a hold on the way up is not the worst thing. That's good stuff. Yep, sweet move, Corey. I was definitely a little too chicken on that one, but I really wish I got the 570 one. That one would have been the ticket. It went up 26, 27% from that possible entry. Yeah. I think I would have risked a very small amount, you know. So I should have done it based on that risk reward, but I was just looking for one more pullback. ADTX is going to open up at 56. Let's see what happens. No problem, Tiger. So this is a NASDAQ stock. So you could go to NASDAQ.com and then like somewhere /halt somewhere. You can look at when a stock is halted, and then you could look up the reason it's halted, and certain reasons have different halt times. Most of the time it's a 5-minute halt though. If it's just a circuit breaker halt. If it's like with news or something, then it's oftentimes 10 minutes, but could last much, much longer. Check out the foundation video series. I go over that quite extensively because that's, I think, the most important part. It's in the link in the video description below, the first link. Danny. ADTX, guys. Man, I'm excited for this one to open up here. Although that last open on the halt wasn't really too impressive, so let's keep that in mind. I think if ADTX has a quick pullback to 68, I might enter. I'm not sure how aggressive I would get, but I would do at least a decent little size. Nice reversal on AVCT. Good call on the bottom. We had a perfect double bottom on this one. Jose, man, I appreciate that. That's super nice. Another minute here and 20 seconds or so on ADTX before it opens up. BIOC, I was really kind of hoping that we would get maybe a bit of a pullback on this, but looks like we are not going to be granted that pullback. Have some more volume coming in on this one. Could be a pretty decent flag pattern on the 5-minute actually. I like what I'm seeing here. We had that attempted break lower, but it didn't amount to much. OPTI. Uh-oh. Good luck on it. 30 seconds. Here we go. ADTX is about to open up. Actually, 8 seconds. Quick move higher. We know 7 could act as support. Thanks, Eugene, man. I love that you're slaying it, man. Congrats. Thanks a lot for the support on the channel. Ooh, ADTX, guys, all the way back and up at 8 now. Ooh, what a tremendous move. I was not expecting that. Let's go back to BIOC. I kind of want to watch both of these right now. These are some nice percentages. Congrats, Corey, and everyone else running in them. Woo! 855, absolute explosion. BIOC is a bit choppy, guys, because it has that 122 million float. BIOC still has a lot of sellers here at 124. It's just a bit of a slower mover. ADTX might be having a setup. Quick pullback. 13%. This might actually get halted on the way down, but be a little careful. I'm gonna put an order here at 19. I don't know if I was able to do that quick enough. These extended decimal places are always a bit of a nuisance to try to enter and exit trades. I try to do that as quick as possible, but BIOC, possible entry at 119. Watching ADTX, found support at 7.5. Now running back higher again. Looks pretty strong still. The magnifying glass on the right of active trader. I'm not sure if I see the magnifying glass. There's a magnifying glass here and there's a magnifying glass here, both of which don't do anything. Or am I clicking in the wrong area? Yeah, I think I'm trying what you guys are saying, but it's not working. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Okay, I think I got it. Here, hold on one second. I think it worked. Now it's back to, now it's very weird issues here. It's really annoying to even have to deal with this issue. It makes you just not even want to trade the ticker at all. Maybe I'll leave it at this one, or maybe let's do 2 more. Yeah, okay, let's leave it here. Yeah, that's really, whew. All right, nice. Thanks for the tips, guys. I was not noticing that. Yeah, I was looking at this link wrong, and now it readjusted itself into the wrong corner. It's either way. I already missed the trade I wanted, so I don't know. Tough luck on this. Now it's back. Now it's doing the right thing again. Sweet. Yeah, thanks for the advice, guys. It definitely works. Not to the level I was hoping for with the extended decimal places, but it definitely gets the job done about realigning it so it doesn't have the giant spread anymore. So that's really nice. Sometimes it pops out of it again though and has the wrong numbers on it, but seems to be working for now. Nice. Thanks for the call, guys. All right. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Here is ADTX with a wicked sell-off. Back to 715, 13%. I'm surprised it didn't get halted on that. That's really honestly what's surprising me the most on ADTX. So we have AVCT kind of pulling back again here. This could just be a giant sell-off today with the rest of AVCT. ADTX, this one had some really nice moves on it today. I would probably argue one that I really would have wanted. The second one from 6.5 breakout past 7. I don't know. It's not my classic setup, but in the end, in hindsight, I definitely missed that one. Okay, ADTX just got halted. I was so surprised that it wasn't halted. So ADTX now halted going down. I might actually consider buying this one when it opens up, if it opens lower around 6.5, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Emmanuel, I think there was a delay too because at first it wasn't working for me and then I clicked it a little bit slower and then it seemed like I was getting the right adjustments on it. But yeah, I don't know. MARA had a pretty wicked flush down here as well. BIOC, what's this one up to? Right now we're getting the right places on it. Although occasionally it still goes... Like right now, it's again messed up. So yeah, it's a bit annoying trading this one, I think. Now it's back corrected. Well, I don't know. Again, like we talked about earlier, ADTX is halted. It will resume most likely in 5 minutes. You can go on NASDAQ website to see why stock is halted and see how long it takes based on the code that it gives you. Typically, stocks are halted for 5 minutes if it's just a circuit breaker halt. So it means it moved more than 10% in the last 5 minutes. Nice, sweet stuff, John. Slaying the beast. You guys are doing much better than I am today. I'm just kind of missing a lot of moves, probably because I was just clicking the magnifying glass all day. At least that's what it feels like. Yeah, John, I feel the same way about AVCT. I haven't really wanted to touch it ever since like 8 a.m. I'm going to watch ADTX at the open here at like 10:10 roughly, 10:09:46. So we got a little bit of time. It's those gloves. Maybe. I only got one glove on though. Just got to keep the hands soft. OPTI. We can check it out quickly. Nice run up on OPTI so far. Yeah, this we were looking at this several days ago. It's already had a massive move though from the low of 0.005. I'd be careful. Really not something I typically would be even touching. Yeah, I don't know. It's messy stuff. Had decent potential, but I think there's better stuff to trade. Maybe possible swing, but again, I don't know anything about the company, so I can't really comment on swings on that. Look at this, AVCT starting to kind of crawl up here. Had a nice little 9-minute EMA pullback. Interesting stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if it did some sort of flush though. I'm not sure how I feel about my trading today. Yeah, Beaches, in the video description below, under the FAQ section, we have a whole video on setting up the layout, and there's even an import button. All right, so ADTX is going to open up here. In, what do we got? Basically 45 seconds. Nice, Daniel. Yeah, as long as you've done your research. I have no idea about the company, so I can't comment on it. All quiet. Quick pull to 788. 5% bounce right out of the gates. I just got the shivers. Could be another dip here. It's still selling off. Another dip would actually probably halt it very quickly, so it might not dip that hard, but if it does, it could have another halt. 713. That VWAP zone has huge new resistance, not to mention the 9-minute EMA right there as well. Volume is much later. Sell volume's fading a bit as well. My ADTX is trying to hold this area. I wouldn't be surprised if it spiked up just quickly, but I wouldn't expect the spike to be more than maybe VWAP or a little past it. Oh, no, it's pulling. And here it goes, 710, 703. That wasn't very strong. Yep, Trevin, we go live every morning starting at 9:15 to review the watch list and then trade the market open. And we usually trade till about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, there goes ADTX. Ooh, AVCT is also kind of breaking here. Bigger volume kind of pulling up on this one. I gotta say, quite impressive, but I see this getting whacked back down. I would not want to be trading this breakout. BIOC. I really missed my entry there at 119. That was exactly what I wanted, but had to fumble around with the detail order window because of the decimal places. So it is what it is. Doing another trade at 580. So you're just going to wait for it to come back to 580? It's not the worst idea. Space. I'm actually in a space trade on my swing account, I think. No, never mind. I actually sold that one this morning. Oh, good thing I sold it. Actually, we could look at it right now because none of these tickers are doing what I wanted. So space, we did a quick trade on this one today. It was actually quite sweet. I don't know how long it's going to take for this to populate. I basically sold all of it right here at 20, and I bought yesterday, or where did I buy it? I don't know. We bought it on a huge dip into the 1950s, so something in here. Right now, the trades are not populating, so we could talk about SPCE a little bit lower later, but I think in this kind of $19 zone, it's going to be probably a good pickup, and I would like to even pick some up pretty soon as well, maybe closer to $18 though. It's a little bit unfortunate that my trades aren't popping up, but that's just how it goes. We'll talk about this a little bit later when TOS cools down a little bit, and then we get a much better response time. Gotta blow into this computer a little bit because it's about to burst into flames. Space did an offering? No, really? Yeah, they did. Virgin Galactic announced 23 million shares offering at 19.50 a share. Ooh, yeah, good thing we got out of that. I would let this settle for a little bit. This will probably go back to 18 or so. Totally makes sense. I probably would have done it if I was them, but that's pretty savage. New shares, blang, just like that, dumps into the market. It's going to dwarf the volume a lot. Yeah, I feel you. BIGC, I have no idea. I don't have any thoughts about that one. Big Commerce Holding Inc. Yeah, I don't know. Recent IPO. I don't know. Again, no idea on this one. It's moving pretty aggressively, though. You could probably even day trade this one. It seems to be pretty clean the way it's trading. So kind of interesting. Here we go. ADTX. Pulling back. At this point, guys, remember we're on the backside of a move, on ADTX. So you just want to be a little bit careful. This thing's just, selling off here. We could talk about some large caps a little bit later, but this is really for trading small caps here. So I don't want to get everyone too distracted, and I don't want to miss any good setup. So usually when I wrap up trading, we look at all different types of tickers, but it's only 11:18. I like to trade at least till 10:30, so we got another 12 minutes here before I usually wrap up trading. So let's see if we can figure out what another setup might be. BIOC, I really can't believe I missed this one. Really don't like when TOS does that, decimal places, but yeah. It's good to know this magnifying glass. I've been trying it several times in the past, but I guess I was a little bit too sporadic when I tried it and it didn't give it some time. But right now, it's at the wrong settings. So it looks like either you have to constantly adjust it or you have to just use this auto, you have to say join the bid and then, hopefully you get a proper fill, but it's a bit of a messy business for sure. I think ADTX is still probably one of the best setups. AVCT, big flush here, no surprise. We know that 1150 was big resistance, and guess what happened? It was try to break through it and then didn't work. So no surprise there. AVCT might even get halted here. What a wicked flush. Honestly, though, if you're buying that breakout there at VWAP, like on AVCT, where there's warrants at 1150, like, what are you doing? This is like guaranteed to flush. So it's really, really not the time to be trading AVCT, I think. Oh, Michael, man, sorry to hear, but hopefully you had some good trades today. A quick morning, I gotta say, 11:20, and it's basically, not even 11:20. I think this morning was basically over at 10 o'clock, which you know, the first 15 minutes is usually the case, but oftentimes at 10 o'clock we'll get something else that looks really, really interesting. I guess you could argue that AVCT would have been that one when it started pulling higher again, but I knew that this thing was going to flush at one point, and I didn't want to be part of AVCT. And then BIOC, you know, what time was that? This pullback, the one we tried to enter here, was also at 10 o'clock. So, you know, this one had that opportunity as well. But now, you know, at 10:20, things are getting a little bit ugly. Volume's getting light. I don't know. I feel like I would be kind of forcing any sort of trade right now. We could wrap up. We have some decent profits today. Not a lot. I missed some critical entries. Then I gave back some profits pre-market. So not the best day, but better than yesterday. So it's okay. Yeah, very quick morning. I agree, Corey. I feel like it was over before it even began. Nice, Michael. That's good to hear at least. Trayvon, we'll check the P&L for the day in a little bit. Let's wait for at least till 10:30. See if I get another trade in. Nice, John. That's sweet. Sweet move on that. Yeah, I mean, Ryan, that's pretty much a pretty solid idea. That's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for all the high volume stocks. I think that's a great idea. Thanks, Cameron. Appreciate it. Don't forget to drop a like, man, and subscribe. We'd love to see you again. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. So yeah, definitely consider dropping by again. We've been doing this now since what, November, guys? We had a few people here from November, December, January time, so it's quite the community. Ticker FD face drive. Interesting. FD, that sounds like a familiar ticker for some reason. I'm still looking at ADTX. It looks like it found some support again at like 6.6 something. I don't know. I'm not super convinced though. It's been a pretty messy one. We start streaming at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Market opens at 9:30 a.m. No, we don't have a forum. We do have a Discord chat that occasionally gets used, but really, this chat room on the live stream opens up around 8:15. That's when I publish the live stream. So, you know, we're often in there already talking pre-market. So that might be a good place as well. The first link in the video description below, though, has tons of information on, you know, Facebook groups and all that fun stuff, Discord. All the community links. Nice, Ryan. All right, Kyle is out. That means it's gonna rip. Let's see what happens. Oh, actually, it's Dippins. I honestly think you sold at a great spot. It was, you know, poking its head up right at VWAP. It was slowly trending up. I don't know. I think you did a really smart profit-taking move there, so I think that was good. GFE. Oh yeah, 5.8% on a trade. That's a beautiful trade. That's more than a base hit, I would say. GFE, I'm not totally sure. I would have to play around with Webull. But I'm sure GFV, you can look it up or ask their support, although their support isn't nearly as nice as TOS's support. If AVCT gets ADTX you were saying. Okay, here might actually crack VWAP. Woo! Look at this thing. ADTX has been impressing me all day. I was really not expecting this one to be the one to be halting left and right, but hey, that's what you guys get with a 2.5 million float. So I probably should have put more weight on the fact that it had a 2.5 million float, but I just didn't. I don't know why. A really nice thing to see. No, I don't trade on Robinhood. I have a Robinhood account, but I don't like their interface. I don't know. I find it really hard to use. Ryan, takes a little bit to kind of get used to that, huh? ADTX, quick little pullback here. This is looking kind of interesting here at 730. That probably would have been that one entry that I may have done. $10:26 a.m. Sweet, yeah, that would have been a really good entry actually, huh? Nice. Up 10% from that. Ooh, wow, look at this thing rip. Absolutely insane how this thing constantly tries to rip up. 10:27. Decent buy volume as well. BIOC, testing VWAP here. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a little dip off of it. ADTX. Still thinking about possible setups here. Is BIOC halted or is my computer just absolutely frozen? I think my computer is frozen. Yep. Oh my god, my computer is literally frozen just now. Oh, that's horrible. I'm watching ADTX. Kyle, what do you mean did you FOMO to something? Oh man. Are you talking about because you sold on at 7? Yeah, fair enough. You're right. There comes the Ripski. So next time Kyle gets out, we all have to jump in on the ticker. The nice thing about tickers that are getting halted is a lot of people have halt scanners, and when a stock gets halted, a lot of people start looking at it. So anyone that wasn't looking at it before might be looking at it now. That's a really, really good thing about stocks getting halted. It really looks like ADTX is kind of picking up a little bit. I'm quite surprised. I was not expecting this from ADTX. Remember, it sold off like 45% from pre-market highs. It's a really, really strong sell-off. I usually don't like to see things like that. It's hard to really judge this one because it doesn't have a lot of history we can base our decisions off of. All we know is that it has that really nice 2.5 million float. So it has the potential to just run exponentially with their Stanford Blood Center coronavirus verification news or validation news. Releases antibody tests. A lot of news came out about this one today. So I had a pretty mean double top here on 8.5. I wonder where it's going to go from here. Nice, Corey. You've been on the game with this one. $10.32. Let's see what's going on here. Nice. Yeah, when you got those reads, you just got to keep taking them. Yeah, ADTX, I wonder if it's going to break below VWAP quickly. It could be a move worth thinking about. We know we have some pretty big support around 325. Yeah, you know what? With this stops. If it happened, certain extended periods, TOS is not open yet, so that could have been the issue, but I'm not totally sure. But yeah, I've had several issues before. We're just live streaming since November, like end of November, sometime around Thanksgiving, I remember. We've been trading much longer. Man, ADTX, guys, absolute crazy in this area. I was not expecting this from ADTX. So really, really good to see some volume coming in, though. I gotta say, it's nice to see it, even though I missed out on it. I always like to see what's possible on these small caps. It makes me feel good. Maybe I'll get a bit more future plays coming on like this, because the last week, I feel like it's been a little bit more sell-offs, dip trading than, you know, our classic breakout gap and go trading. That's why I haven't been getting aggressive right now on these pullbacks, because I haven't been as used to them anymore. Yeah, that was a perfect cup and handle. It's almost ridiculous how perfect that cup and handle is. Happy to have you too, Ryan. All right, so this will open up again at 46. So let's give it a little bit of time here. I really don't know what else I would be looking at. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in like 2 minutes or so. And then maybe we'll trade ADTX out of the gates. I think it's really starting to pick up volume. This could be a nice little mini late morning run. So let's see what happens. Woo, came back right in time. All right, so it's going to open up here in about 40 minutes, 40 seconds. Keep a close eye on ADTX. Here we go, guys. Markets are pretty much break even. Can we rip past 9? 850? No. It's been a really strong climb so far, though, 35%. $835 showing some support. Ooh, quick little move. $827, $815. Maybe we're going to see a bit more of a 5-minute setup here. It's hard to say. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a move back higher, back above 9. It should rip here from 8.5. Gotta say the 1 minute volume doesn't get me too excited. The sell volume seems to have a lot of peaks. There we go, breaking 9 here. Woo! Wow. I gotta say, it's a pretty clean one to trade. If I wasn't so biased towards it, I probably would be getting a little bit more aggressive on it, but it's sold off so much pre-market. So some key zones I would probably really consider looking at is we have 8.5. It's kind of $8.8, $9 area. That was a key zone that we broke. We have kind of $10 and then 10.4. So let's just kind of mark these out. Okay, now we have some really nice volume back in on this one. First green day on ADTX, that's also good. Still looking really strong. Possible second bounce off the 9-minute. Even with a little bit of alliteration, double R's. 1 second, guys. Someone's knocking on the door. Not even totally sure what that was all about. Okay, so 820 zone would actually be kind of a nice area for potential entry. Maybe a bigger 5-minute setup here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, Ryan, I feel you. I'm just kind of chilling as well. I feel like I got all the trades in. If I see a bigger 5-minute setup on ADTX, I probably would consider doing it. But you know, getting close to 11 o'clock here, we'll just, you know, we'll see what happens. I really like this $8 zone. I would like to see a break above 8 into the 9s and 10s, and then past 1040 even on this one. I think it's definitely possible. ADTX. LEDS slowly popping up here as well. There we go. 1820. Look at that. What a move, huh? Wow, looks like there's a bit more selling volume in here than I would have wanted. Ooh, ADTX halted now at 8. Really sketchy. Looks like BIOC wasn't really able to hold this area as well. ADTX, man, this is why we stop trading usually around 10:30. Things are a little bit sketchier at this time of day. LEDS had a pretty nice run up here from 3 to 4.5. I missed it by the time I first noticed it. It was way too late, and I didn't really like the fact that it was popping up from so less volume, so I never really gave it a chance. A lot of these failed spikes to the upside. I don't know. It doesn't really interest me too much. Daily volume, okay. Maybe if it starts popping back up by VWAP, I don't know. It could be something worth looking at, but most likely not. Ooh, kind of a crazy amount of sketchiness today, I would say. A lot of the tickers we were looking at had many big red flags. I don't mind like one red flag or maybe even two, but just all over the place, especially ADTX pulling off so much pre-market really was not something that I wanted to see. Just constant amount of sellers in the order book. So It's Scully says IDTX did dirty to me. Hopefully, oh God, are you in that hold? Let's see what happens here. That whole cash settling thing is a little bit obnoxious, huh? BIOC does have some really nice dip potential, I gotta say. Okay, ADTX is gonna open up at 53. Someone's on my door, I'll be right back. You know how stores have signs on their door that says like, sorry, we're closed? I need one on my door that says, sorry, I'm trading. Ryan, that's so bad. I see ACIU. Why were you looking at ACIU? ADTX about to open up here, and then at 11 o'clock we'll wrap things up. Let's see what happens with ADTX when it opens up. We still got maybe like 10 more seconds here. Quick little dip lower. I don't really see this one pulling back much more than this. I don't see any news that came out about this one. I do like overall what I'm seeing on it, ADTX. It just kind of halts because it just moves so quick, and the order book has a giant spread. This could be a 6% move on that alone. AVCT going down like the Titanic. Yeah, that one wasn't really too interesting, huh? Red on air sign, yeah. California love. That's probably even a better idea. ADTX 7.5. ADTX. Wow, still selling off. Here we go. I wonder if it's going to halt a second time. The biggest sell-off we had on this one in one kind of go is here. This is 19%, 16 and 19%. Yeah, we're definitely in that zone. Looks like this could be a pretty serious VWAP bounce. I usually never buy on VWAP though. I usually only buy cracks of VWAP. 65. Went down to 62. That's a pretty key zone. Yeah, this could be a quick bounce back to 8. Our average dollar size position, it has grown a little bit in the last few days. This month, it's about $2,500. We actually were talking about that yesterday in the recap video. Django, just looking at the charts every day is a good place to start. Learn candles, learn how to read candles. I think that's one of the best things you could learn. There's some really good free material out there. Even TD Ameritrade has a learning center that goes over candles really, really well. So I think if you learn how to read candles, that can help a lot. Yeah, I don't think it's going to break 8 necessarily. Maybe it's going to go to 805 or something really quickly. Yeah, here it goes, 804, 805, and then I would expect it to pull back from there. Yeah, so it hit 805, now it's pulling back. So big reason I thought that is because 8 is a huge critical number to break. Sometimes it likes to have those little fake outs. So that was a fake out in my eyes. We'll see. Maybe it's going to break it again and hold, but I doubt it. I would be looking for a flush now back to 7.4 or something like that. Back at 8. Oh, 805 again, retesting this area one last time maybe. Let's see what happens. $809, $815. Okay, this interesting. Yeah, this is a risky spot to be buying in my eyes, but let's see. Maybe it's going to be reversing from here. Who knows? We actually have a pretty nice little trend, a trend line kind of forming here. I'm not the biggest trader on trend lines like this, especially on the third bounce. I'm expecting a bigger dip under this trend line. But right now we are holding it a little bit, 6%. Here we go. This is kind of what I was expecting. Bit of a flush. Last flush was about 11%. Goes right to 35, impressive dip. Still a decent amount of sell momentum on it. Already up half the candle. It's a pretty good sign. 61. Wow, strong bounce there. Was actually just about to buy that 38. I had my finger on the buy on my second screen at 38. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, huh? After 10, it's usually a talk show, Michael. I'm here for the community, keeping it alive. But yeah, I usually wrap up my trading by 10:30. Every now and then again, we get a trade later, but I like to be done by then. Yeah, really nice retest here. Really good bounce. Back to VWAP, 9-minute EMA, and the resistance trend line. This is exactly a perfect retest. That was the trade I was looking for, but I didn't take it. Oh, well, it's good fun to just kind of watch it, think about what you would do, kind of learn from it. No need to take any unnecessary trades. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for trading for the day. We did a pretty decent amount of trades. Not too many trades. Let's see how many. We had 8 trades today. Actually, this was a tiny amount of trades today. 8 trades is very low. Usually I'm like at 15, 13 to 15. Anything in the teens is usually like what I'm typically doing. Sometimes we do like 25 or so, but that's a bit more rare. ADTX now back above $8. Really impressive move on it. Congrats to anyone that jumped on that. I think that crack of VWAP and that bounce was fairly predictable. I feel like any other time of the day, I usually would have done a bounce like that. But I just wasn't really feeling ADTX at one point, and I don't know. I feel like at one point in the day, I just start giving back profits. It happens a lot where I make all of my money pre-market and till 10 o'clock, and everything I do till then, like I just start giving back. So that's oftentimes why I stop trading. I don't know if it's the best idea, but I don't know. So today it looks like ADTX was our biggest money maker. Only 83 bucks, but I can't really complain. We're still in the green. And then AVCT made a little bit of profits on this one. Today I used fairly small position size. I don't know. We had a few trades in the 2000s, but I had a lot of trades pre-market under 2000. I could have really stepped up my position size. ADTX out of the gate on that first dip. I was trying to get a 5K position, but I didn't get filled on my second entry, and then I missed the second dip on it. That really would have been the big money maker. So, today could have easily been a $500 plus day, but I just missed a lot of setups, which is a little bit unfortunate. But hey, you can't complain. It's still a profitable day, so I'm happy for that alone. And I don't know. I think just watching it, you always learn something new. So again, I'm not complaining, but I definitely missed a few good moves. I think in the recap video, we could talk about some swing trades. There's a few good ones I'm looking at, and actually, let me just show my fills right here. So I have this for later at 11:04:04. I'm showing 11:04:04. I'll just quickly go to the unlimited account, but basically in a nutshell, I'm really surprised Space came out with that news. So it looks like my Space trade is popping up right now. Let me just pull it up here. So we bought SPCE on this giant flush yesterday in the afternoon at around 1950 when it broke 1950, and then I sold it pre-market back at $20. I didn't know if it was going to break $20, but I knew $20 was huge resistance, and that's why I sold SPCE. So if we kind of come back into this one, we bought the dip here, and then we sold. We bought the dip here, and then we sold right here back at 20. I would like to rebuy actually SPCE now that I know that warrants were offered or shares were offered at 1950. This would actually be a pretty good one to maybe enter sometime below 1950 near former support, which I believe is probably in the 18 zone. So $18, maybe into the 1750s would all be great zones to buy SPCE. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on SPCE for now, but I'm pretty happy on this one overall. AAL, this one's really, really nice. Finally, our long-term kind of swing on this one's really starting to pay off a little bit. I'm looking for a move back above 13. We're up about $285 now on this one. We were up much more when we were at 13.6. This was a huge move. But I'll probably be holding this one for a little bit longer. We'll see what happens. I'm down on ADT though, so we could review that one next really quickly here. Yeah, look at this nice little 1250. Congrats to anyone that entered somewhere in the 1250s, because this is a perfect 9-minute EMA pullback or 9 EMA pullback on the 4-hour, which a lot of traders look at. And then ADT really quickly. Yeah, so I had some decent entries on this one. I have most of my fill at about 1163, so I think like 1175 is our profit, is our average. I don't know, something like that. So right now we're still at basically break even on ADT. So I'm looking for this to have a bigger move back here to 12.9 or so. I'm not sure if we're going to break that area. But I do think, ADT with that huge Google partnership, I don't really see it falling off a cliff. And I would like to see this, continue some nice momentum to the upside, maybe have a very nice V, maybe even back to 14. I could really see that. So those are some of my swing trades I'm currently looking at. It says on P&L day down 130 bucks actually on ADT, which is kind of funny because yesterday, technically, we closed pretty high, and then today we're lower. Although, since the open, I'm actually up $2. So I'm pretty much back at break even on ADT. Ah, Michael. No, not the PDT rule again. Hello, hello, Satoshi. I see you kind of coming late to the game. I was actually just about to say we're wrapping up here. Just reviewed the swing trades. Yeah, so there we go. I mean, that was a little recap there. I think overall, okay day. I think I missed some really good entries though today, but overall, can't really complain. ADTX is holding this area though. This one really could be maybe a little bit of an afternoon ripper. I wouldn't be surprised. AVCT holding this $9 zone. Okay, but again, I probably wouldn't be touching this one anymore. Fading volume. The long-term chart on AVCT is just absolutely devastating. So big reason to probably avoid this one. That's how I've been feeling about it. Yeah, Satoshi, we still have it. You just came in right after we reviewed all our swing trades. We have our AAL position still. So we're up $286 on our AAL position. Not the biggest position size, so it's not that crazy. So about 10% up on our AAL. The percentage is actually much nicer. Again, I'm looking for this one to continue a move past 14 and then probably look to take profits between $16 and $18 depending on the price action on the way up. Nick, it just means that, you know, since it's holding its highs, as long as nothing horrible comes out, like some, you know, offering or something like that, and it's doing well and it's one of the nicest gappers today, it means that maybe it's going to be a huge runner in the afternoon, as long as it keeps holding its highs, or maybe it's going to be a pre-market runner or something like that. So ADXT, we'll talk about this one in the recap video if it's worth to maybe look into swing trading. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm not really sure what else I would be day trading. Probably just be staring at ADXT for a move. But again, in the recap video, I'll talk about, you know, is this one going to be a possible swing trade or not? Maybe an overnight hold or whatnot. We could maybe review some other swing trades as well in the recap video. So I'll see if something else pops to my mind. But yeah, and then we'll definitely be recapping the classic, the trades like always. All right, guys, I will see you first thing tomorrow morning. And Satoshi, I hope tomorrow that you come earlier. Yeah, Satoshi, I totally agree. Airlines, they are all over the place. If we had one giant green day on AAL, just like back here, I'd probably be taking profits right away, without a question. I'm not trying to overstay my welcome on AAL at all. All right, guys. Till tomorrow then, like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Consider subscribing if you're new. We come out with a recap video after every trading day, and then we also we start trading, or we start streaming every day. The market's open starting at 9:15 a.m. to first review the watch list, then trade the market open. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the recap. Till then, guys, ciao, ciao. See ya. Thanks, Jason.